Welcome to Inside Edge, brought to you by the Lagos Business School Management Hub. Today on the show, we have Dupe Olusola. Dupe Olusola is a dynamic results-orientated leader with over 25 years of corporate experience across various sectors, both locally and internationally. As the Managing Director and CEO of Transcorp Hotels Plc, she led the company to impressive financial recovery during the COVID-19 pandemic, implementing innovative strategies that saw an 84% revenue growth in 2021, and launching the successful digital booking platform Aura by Transcorp Hotels. Before joining the Transcorp Hotels, Dupe held key roles at the UBA Bank and Terragrow Commodities Limited, demonstrating her expertise in banking, finance, and corporate strategy. She has a deep understanding of market economics and a talent for creating high-quality products and services, driving strong revenue and sustainable growth. Dupe's commitment to excellence extends beyond her professional achievements. She's passionate about children's education, women's empowerment, and economic development. In recognition to her contributions, she has been named amongst Nigerians' most influential CEOs and one of the 100 most powerful people in the global hospitality. Welcome, Dupe. We're happy to have you on the show.
Thank you very much, Ifechukwu. Nice to be here.
Thank you. Today on the show, we'll be talking about leading innovation, leadership, and future plans. So, Dupe, I've been going through your financial reports, and I have to say, wow, it is mind-blowing, I must say. So, Transcorp Hilton did not pay dividends in 2020 financial year, but rewarded shareholders in 2021, 2022, and 2023. Remarkably, the company's revenue grew to 41.44 billion naira, an increase of about 308.1% from 10.16 billion naira, and achieved 9.48 billion naira profits before tax in 2023. So, how did you achieve such a dramatic financial turnaround during a period where many players in the hospitality industry were actually struggling to stay afloat?
Thank you very much for the question. I think it was really a combination of, first of all, our mindset and, stepping back from what the impact of COVID was. I became CEO in 2020, March, right on the onset of the COVID pandemic. When I became CEO, my colleague handed over to me at 70% occupancy. And when I took over, it was 5% occupancy. So immediately we started to have losses of about 1 billion on a monthly basis.
Oh my God.
And the first discussion was, should we shut down the hotel completely or should we remain open? I think the best decision we made was to stay open. And in staying open, we realized and decided that it has to be business, not business as usual, but it required an innovative approach to approaching business and thinking. So the first thing we focused on was, how do we ensure that we can keep our costs low? Because with a hotel, as you'd understand, is whether you have 5% occupancy, meaning you have about 5 people or 10 people in the hotel, or you have 700 people in the hotel. Once you stay open, you have to leave the lights running. You leave the air condition running. You leave your running diesel. You have costs. And you also have to keep staff as well. So we had to be very creative about our approach, which was, one, we had to focus on shutting down even different aspects of the hotel. Look at how to address the air conditioning. Unfortunately, we had to let go of staff. But beyond that, we had to force ourselves again to think outside of the box. So we had to encourage and embrace innovation. Which was, how do we really step out of what we're doing? We knew that international business travelers were not going to come to the hotel. So we intentionally created a domestic leisure market which was you and our other people in the market as well. How do we force you to start coming to the hotel beyond coming to sleep at the hotel? So how do we ensure that there's leisure intertwined with your visit to the hotel? So excellence became our watchword. We introduced different initiatives ranging from, activities by the poolside, meetings. We created a meeting rooms for people that no longer wanted to have expensive overheads. They could actually come in and book 1 hour and have their meetings, having everything that they required. We had different packages also introduced as well. Mother's Day, Valentine's Day, all of these things that you would imagine, normally just think, oh, it's, business as usual. But no, we had to do things differently.
That's awesome. That's actually beautiful, because I happened to watch some of your videos and interviews, and one time I saw you in Arise News, and you actually talked about how you guys even started the movie, the car movie, drive-through. I actually saw some people take snaps during that time, and I was like, oh, amazing. So why is it in Abuja, not in Lagos? So that was very innovative. And the restaurants, the Zuma restaurants, that's so beautiful. So looking at the banking industry to hospitality industry, you were at the banking industry before. So when you came into the hospitality industry, it was a bit different because that wasn't your industry. So leading a big team is like a captain riding a ship full of different people on the ship. So how did you get everyone on board and moving in the same direction to achieve such fantastic results? I would love to hear some of the practical steps you took and your leadership styles. I think it played a huge role in this.
I always tell people that I'm sector agnostic and industry agnostic. My background was in economics and finance. I started out working in asset management, private equity. I did finance throughout. And then I transitioned to working in marketing, corporate communications. And then I became CEO of an agribusiness subsidiary. And then I moved into hospitality. So for me, the few things that stand out are, one, my ability to adapt to any industry. I like to embrace challenges. I like to deliver results. I like to learn from other people, both my colleagues, junior people, and also people that are more senior to me. And I always tell people when they start out in life, once you can embrace learning, embrace the need to gain knowledge, then it doesn't really matter what sector you're in. Always go into an environment knowing and believing that you're not the one that knows the most, but that everybody that sits around the table has the ability to bring something to the table. Yes. And I think that was it for me. When I went into hospitality, it was just about, listen, these are my team members. We are all together on this ship. And the choices we make can either sink us or enable us swim. And so it was a roll up your sleeves. Everyone literally had to come to the table to contribute. So the things that we actually executed were not all the things that we came up with as ideas. We actually thought about, should we start a hospitality school? Should we start just full outdoor catering? Should we, so we constantly were exploring different things.
That's amazing.
And the things that came to bear were the things that we all collectively agreed were things that we should do. But there was no idea that was stupid. Everybody was given the opportunity to bring to the table what they thought would make us swim.
That's very, very nice, because most people don't listen, but listening is the key word for a leader, to listen and work on it. It's beautiful. I'm glad you did that. Do you know, like 3 years ago, I happened to be blown away with one of your interviews where you're talking about Aura by Transcorp. And I was like, how is this going to solve problems? And I like the idea how you blended hospitality and technology. You talked about it providing jobs. You talked about it finding a place. If you want to find a place to stay around in Lagos, Abuja, it was local. Even the fact that you could pay with your Naira card, that has been a problem. But you guys worked around it. That's amazing. So I would like to ask, what sparks this brilliant innovation? And I'm curious, what other tech trends do you think could revolutionize the hospitality industry in the future?
Yes, thank you. And I think it's part of that thinking outside of the box. we kind of know that, we're hospitality leaders, but there's a limit to how many hotels you can build within a short time frame. But at the same time, we wanted to expand our inventory and give people the opportunity to really be able to get local, which is to get access to stay in any hotel or accommodation they wanted to across anywhere in Nigeria, even without the fact that we own a hotel there, but also give them the excellent standards. We also wanted to give people the opportunity to be able to make money. So people actually invest in, property, and yet they don't know what to do with it. So if you actually list it on the app, you can actually make money whilst you're, doing other business that you ordinarily would be doing.
That's amazing.
So for us, it's just really about, where is hospitality going? Where is app going? Where is tech going? And being able to marry hospitality and technology was just fantastic. Going on Aura, you're able to not only book accommodation, but also book experiences across any market. So you could say to yourself, I'm going to visit Abuja, and what I want to do is really enjoy a spa experience. What discounts can I get by going onto the Aura platform? So you can get a 15%, 20% discount, and also get access to the best spa experiences in different locations across the country. So amazing. It's, giving people the opportunity to be able to use their Naira card to make reservations and really spend their Naira card without having to say, I want to book, but I don't have access to a dollar denominated card. I have to get a friend to give me this, etc. So that's the difference.
Yeah, thank you so much. And I even saw the blog post, which was amazing. I was blown away by the stories. So as we're wrapping this up, I would like to ask you, do you play games?
Sometimes.
Okay, sometimes. So you're going to like this game. Was math your favorite subject in school?
No, it was not.
What was your favorite subject in school?
Interestingly enough, I think my favorite was literature.
It's, oh my God, you're kidding. It's a lie.
I know, literature. And funny enough, American politics.
Oh my God, no.
Exactly.
No
so
way.
Imagine that, American politics now, like,
and
oh my goodness.
In this field, that's mind-blowing. What's your best literature book?
I liked the Nigerian books. I liked, books by Chinua Achebe.
Yeah, Chimamanda. Purple Hibiscus, let me guess.
Yes, I like that.
That's amazing.
Yes,
Thank you.
Yes.
What do you think about technology in the hospitality field? Do you think robots can do better than humans?
I think there's a role for robots and AI, and there's a role for human beings as well. I think that what AI would help us do is do things faster. And give human beings the role to be more, excellent in terms of emotional intelligence, actually being there for people and just really understanding what your actual needs are. So if you come to the hotel today, I want to remember the next time you come to the hotel, what your likes are. The fact that, maybe you like a certain type of food, or you like a certain temperature in your room, or you like to be greeted a certain way. So those are things that AI cannot actually help us achieve, but it can also just help us make it easier to store that knowledge about you and information about you. So I think, both have to come hand in hand to deliver on the excellence that we want to be able to give our guests when they come into our
And this is your last game question. So from your social, I can see that you are a traveler. You love traveling. What's the best country you've been to, and what was the most amazing or kind of weird culture shock for you?
I think most amazing that I have visited would probably be, I actually like, I it's difficult to name one.
Okay.
Just because I like culture. I like the newness when I visit countries. So I like certain countries across Africa. I like Zimbabwe. I liked Kenya.
Oh my God.
Just the different culture. And in terms of different things that I liked, or the most shocking things, I like food. I like to try different food when I visit different countries.
Me
so
too.
Yes, it's always nice to explore, and those are really the things that I embrace. I have a personal goal to visit at least 90% of the countries across the world. I think so far I've visited about 60 countries.
60?
Yes, and I think there are about 195 or so. So I have a long ways to go.
Oh my God, I'm way behind you then.
Thank you so
much. Thank you so much for your time. And we've come to the end of the episode. Thank you so much for joining us, Dupe, and we really appreciate. Thank you for tuning in to The Inside Edge.